All right, welcome back to Intro to JavaScript lesson 1.1. So we're talking a little bit about variable declaration in JavaScript. So every programming language, I'm just going to share Chrome. Every programming language allows you to declare variables, right? So most commonly you see it as like var age equals 20. Okay, so I'm saying var is the keyword, var age, the name, equals whatever value. And that was a very common way to declare variables in JavaScript up to 2015. And then, JavaScript went through a version update. Basically, it went from ES5 to ES6. And so this is a ECMA script declaration. And so think of it as versions like ES5, ES6. That's what I think about it. But and var is also universal. I think most programming languages use var to declare variables. So var name John, and whoops, made a syntax error, and then we call the variable name. So var is really important. But in modern JavaScript, we use let and const. So I can say let name equals the string John. Okay, enter, and then we call the variable. Now notice how I said that. I declared a variable equal to the string of John, right? So anytime you have a word like hello world, or a sentence that's more complete, like this is a JavaScript intro video, we put it in quotations, and that symbolizes that it's a string. And a string is a very common data type in all programming languages, right? So the other data type that I showed you here is let age equals 20, and that is equal to a number, right? Or some programming languages refer to it as an integer. And so numbers and strings are really important pieces of programming fundamentals, really, but they're data types, right? So number is a data type, and a string is a data type. So how is this useful? Well, let's make an example. Let's say let product cost equals 100. Okay, let tax rate equals 0.05, and let cost equals product cost times tax rate. Okay, and so then we call console.log cost. Okay, and it returns 5, right? So 5 is the tax, actually, right? So actually I'll just rename that so it's not confusing. We'll just put this let total tax equal product cost times tax rate. So that just shows you how we could declare two variables that are numbers and then multiply them together, right? And a lot of programs do this, but maybe a better way to write this would be, say, let cost equal 100, const, which is the keyword we use when we want to declare a constant variable. So we say const tax rate equals 0.05, and then we can say let total tax equal cost times tax rate, like so. And then we can console log the variable total tax. Okay, get that out there. But another way to think about variables is let's say this. Let's say I'm going to declare two strings. So I'm going to say let name equal John. Okay, and then let age equals the string 30. Okay, and then I can say let sentence equal name, and then we're going to concatenate. So we're going to use the plus symbol, and we're concatenate name with another string. So we can say John is, and then we'll finish that. We'll concatenate again. So it's going to say John is 30. So we need to put age. and then we'll concatenate again. We'll say years old. Okay, so what I've done here is I've created a variable that is equal to the value name. Then we concatenate is, then we end that string, then we concatenate another variable age, and then we concatenate years old. And so if I say console.log sentence, oops, I got it right, console, right? It says John is 30 years old, but obviously there's some spacing problems there. And to fix that, I'd have to just declare, I'd have to put spaces in the right space. So we'll do one there, and then after is, and then I think that would probably be pretty close. Missing one more, so we'll do after 30. So we'll put a space there, and then we'll console log. So this whole process is the process of like concatenating variables together in order to display something to the user, right? And that's probably the only reason you ever do that, is because you're displaying something to the user. But sometimes it takes the shape of like saying let URL equals, and so we punch into a URL to a website, and then we end it like that, but then we have to like say let query equals, and maybe we've got this like slash question mark, and we're going to query, product list. Okay, and then in this case we would say let search URL equals URL plus query. So that would be one situation where we would probably construct a URL like that by using the process of concatenation. So it's pretty useful. But yeah, this is a quick introduction on like variable declaration. It's pretty straightforward, but feel free to rewatch the video. And on lesson 1.2, I'm going to dig a little bit deeper.